morning, this is Maria and welcome to Life in New Orleans. We are at the heart of our historic French Quarter, at the home of one of the most popular bars in New Orleans, Louisiana, Pat O'Brien's. Let's go and check it out. We are tonight with Charlie Bateman, Vice President of Operations of Pat O'Brien. How are you, Charlie, tonight?
I'm doing great. It's been a great weather, a great year so far. We're doing fantastic.
Well, thank you for having us tonight. We're enjoying our time here at Pat O'Brien's. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from New Orleans. I was born and raised here. My dad had a supermarket on BM Street. I went to school in southeastern Louisiana, and actually, I came to work here my very last day of school, and I've been here ever since, so going on 30 years now.
And what is your favorite part of managing a place like Pat O'Brien's?
Well, my favorite part, I mean, there's no line about that. Everybody knows me. I love people. I love coming here every night. I love meeting people from all aspects. You meet people here from all over the world. I have friends in Australia, to India, to Chicago, to Chalmette. So.
Pat O'Brien's, actually, there's a tremendous history behind this bar. Pat O'Brien's was started in the 1930s.
Right. It was created in 1933 on the corner of Royal Street and St. Peter. In the early 40s, they basically outgrew their location. They came down, they bought this location, and they expanded into it. And they just took one step at a time. They originally opened the main bar and the piano bar up, and then they went into the patio and expanded into where it is now.
Why don't we go and you show us around?
I would love to. We're going to have fun doing it too.
Let's go. And we are now at the patio bar. I love this atmosphere. The patio bar is open to the New Orleans sky. Tell us a little bit about the patio bar.
The patio bar is an open air bar outside. Actually, it's a very relaxing atmosphere, and it has two moods to it. It has a daytime mood where people come out here and relax, enjoy the good weather and everything. At nighttime, it gets a little bit more crazier when we get our local tourists in town and our locals in town. Our biggest attraction out here is our flaming fountain behind us, which is the icon of what the patio is. It's amazing. You can sit out here for hours and just look at this flaming fountain, and it's like watching a show every night.
Now, if this fountain could talk, what would it say?
That fountain has a million stories. So as a matter of fact, on our website, we actually have a website where people can dial into it and they can tell their stories, the name of it, if the fountain could talk.
Oh, wow.
So everybody dials in their good stories of wonderful things, and even the general public can go in there and read the stories. Just anywhere from people meeting somebody and falling in love to where they tell the craziest moments of life here in Pat O'Brien's.
Oh, that sounds great. I love that. Oh, well, talking about hurricanes, that's one of the most popular drinks here in New Orleans and in Pat O'Brien's. And I understand that it was created during World War II.
Well, the hurricane was created mainly because there was a shortage of liquor. And for like every case of scotch you had to buy like 5 cases of rum. And not a lot of people drank rum back in those days. So long story short, they were stockpiling the rum. They had no idea what to do with it. So one day George Oster sat down with Charlie Cantrell, and they started playing around with a different drink. A liquor salesman had to bring in some what they call red passion fruit mix, and they created this drink. It was a red drink with red passion fruit mix. The next thing was how are we going to promote it? So at first they put it in a small glass. That didn't work out too well. So they had these hurricane lamps that they used to put the candles in, and so they put the drink in there. It was a big, tall, red drink, and they passed it out to a lot of the locals that came in here. And it just snowballed from there. And whenever the service menus walk in, they all want to know what the drink was. And
well, that's an amazing history. Now, the hurricane is served in Pat O'Brien's logo glass, correct?
It serves in a Pat O'Brien's hurricane glass. And it actually was the shape of that hurricane lamp glass from way back when, but this one has a stem on it. And it's one of the biggest souvenir items of New Orleans. Over the years, we've sold millions and millions of those.
So you can take it with you.
You can take it with you.
Well, why don't we go and check out the restaurants to see what we find there?
Sounds like a good thing.
And now we are at the restaurant of Pat O'Brien's. Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, the restaurant was actually the restaurant area. We purchased this property back in 1990. The first 2 or 3 years we played with it. We made it like a little bar band area, but we were trying to figure out what would really work over here. So in 1995, we decided to make a restaurant into it.
Now tell us about the menu.
The menu is it's a New Orleans menu. It's very simple, but also but just like Pat O'Brien's, we try to keep everything very reasonable. We have jambalaya, etouffee, and you go all the way down to steaks. We have our prime steaks, which is about the same steaks you find in any fine steakhouses. We have hamburgers for kids and chicken. So it's a well-rounded restaurant for the people who like to come to the quarter and hang out and enjoy themselves.
And now we are at the Piano Bar, my personal favorite. Tell us about the Piano Bar.
Piano Bar is part of that unique 3 bars scenario that we have. Probably the most popular bar in the whole place. The capacity is probably 160, 170 people. Not near the capacity as a patio, stuff like that, but it's one of the icons where people come here to sing along. We have it's about 12 piano players on our payroll. We have daytime matinees that go, and then we have a nighttime entertainment every night where we have 4 piano players that rotate every hour.
Now, there is a true Pat O'Brien's tradition here at the Piano Bar, and that is Mr. Eddie Gabriel. Tell us about him.
Mr. Eddie is the Iron Man. Eddie's 96 years old this year. He has been working here for 67 years. He's an amazing man. He's just an amazing man. He comes to work every night. A few years ago, we started making him take the day off because he was just, he needed a rest, and he works 5 days a week now, but he's here every night, very, very, very seldom ever misses a day.
Now, tell us about the party room.
The private banquet room, this started way back in 1990 when we first bought this building. And it was just one of the things that we came up here one Mardi Gras and we said, man, this would be a great place to have some private parties. So initially we started off small parties. Actually, we gave away a lot of parties, but it grew over the years and it got bigger and bigger and everything. And what we did, we totally renovated this room. We put probably $500,000 to $750,000 worth of renovations into this room. But it's a beautiful room, and
it is beautiful.
It's probably one of the most popular places on Bourbon Street to have a private party.
And we are now at the main bar. Tell us a little bit about the main bar.
Well, the main bar is labeled as a locals bar, and we market it as a locals bar. This is usually where all the local people hung out years ago. And that's how it originally started down on the corner of Raw Street and St. Peter. It was just one of those little bars and where all the locals hung out. So when this bar was created, it was created mostly for the locals. As you see, the pictures on the walls.
Yeah, tell me about those framed pictures of customers that you have all over.
You got a few pictures of a few celebrities here and there, but mostly our celebrities is our regular customers that come in here on a regular basis.
That's very nice.
Most of these pictures are people who are very special to us who come here on a regular basis, and we see them every weekend or every month or something like that. And I tell people, we never lose a customer, and they might not come back as often, but we never lose a customer.
Now tell me about those hundreds of beer steins that you have hanging from the ceiling.
These steins was put up there by the original owner, Charlie Cantrell and Pat O'Brien. Charlie Cantrell one year went to Germany on a vacation. He brought a bunch of mugs back with him. And that's before we renovated the bar back in the 60s. And they had them dotted around different spots. But he thought it looked so nice and everything. He went back, he got a bunch more, and he hung them all from the ceilings.
How are you guys tonight?
We're doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you guys from?
From here, New Orleans.
Do you come often to Pat O'Brien?
Yes, we do.
Too often.
Too often? Do you love those hurricanes?
Yes, we love these hurricanes. Do you love these hurricanes?
I do. I love the hurricane. Some people say that hurricanes are only for tourists, but we love hurricanes.
Hello, how are you tonight?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm fine. What's your name?
I'm Tremaine.
Nice to meet you. How long have you been working here at Pat O'Brien's?
3.5 years.
Oh, there's a lot of people coming in always?
Always.
Do you have a good time working in here?
Okay, oh yeah.
Do you love it?
I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tonight. We have had a lot of fun here in our visit to Part of Ryan's, and we'll make sure to come back and visit you.
Well, I enjoy having you guys here, and it's time let's go get a hurricane now.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're watching Life in New Orleans.